Welcome to the Real Aesthetic Podcast, a real deal on like aesthetics and stuff.
Oh, we've been rolling this whole time.
He was my gopher.
I'm your host, Alexis Arsenis. We're going to have a good time here. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Real Aesthetic Podcast. So excited to be here today with a good friend of mine behind the camera as usual, the one and only Nick Williams. And with me today is a good friend of mine, been a rep forever, Amber.
Forever.
I feel like you've been in the game for a while.
9 years. I
That's
was
a
actually
long time
thinking
in the
about it on my
aesthetic
way
game.
here because I'm like, how long have I been doing this? And how am I still alive?
So you started with hydrofacial.
I didn't.
No. Oh, really?
No. Hydrofacial was actually my third journey.
So give me the
I know.
lowdown.
So I started with Cynosure
Oh boy.
back in 2016.
With like and all those guys?
Yes. Yep. So I was their territory manager. Yeah. So AKA the door knocker.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
To the team.
Yep.
But you got to start somewhere.
Honestly, yeah. Without that job, I wouldn't be where I am today. So
Yeah. I feel like you need the confidence. That job, you learn the good, bad, and the ugly of aesthetic sales. And I actually just had the Cynosure rep in here not too long ago. She's
really?
brand new. She's crying. She goes, "How did you ever do this before?" It's like we all went through that.
yes.
Like we all went through that. So Cynosure selling lasers.
Yep. So I was under like the 3 area sales managers, again, just door knocking. And then I got my like real job with Diamond Glow before it
so
was
you've
Diamond
worked
Glow.
with all 3 semi-competing systems.
Yes.
I love this.
Yeah. And then Diamond Glow went under Allergan.
What was Silk Peel?
Yes. So I was there for Silk Peel. We rebranded to Dermal Infusion. Then Allergan
Let's put lipstick on a pig and see how when it sticks.
twice.
Yeah. And
Then-
now we're a whole different thing.
Diamond Glow now.
I know.
Yep.
You
Under
guys can
Allergan.
probably tell I'm not like a huge fan. Like whatever. It's fine.
Well, I got laid off from that. So we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
And then that's how I ended up at Hydrofacial.
That's so funny.
Mhm.
Hydrofacial, I feel like if you could make it with hydrofacial and lasers, like you're good. I feel
would
like
have
you're
to
good.
agree.
But I don't think that people that did skincare sales, like products, can do like equipment. I just think
agree.
like they should just stay away from each other. Because I mean, I'm sure you know, like I've had managers that were product people
Mhm.
and now they're selling capital and you're like, this is not the same game.
Yeah, it's a very different world. I think it
So-
fits well though with like the business development rep role. Like,
Yeah.
that's where I think the skincare.
Yeah, you
is.
could be like an old like Dermalogica rep or whatever and be a BDM. Like that's cool. Like
Yeah.
I get that. Consumables make sense. But selling capital equipment, like I don't mess with
Yeah.
it. So what's your territory right now?
So I have Cape Cod to Bangor, Maine.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
just
rough.
the coast.
At least you don't have Connecticut and Rhode Island.
No, I don't. I used to when I first started, but not anymore.
That's too much driving. And you have kids, so that's hard.
Too.
Yeah, that's like crazy.
I know.
And now we're with Janae. What is it now? Glow 2
Glow
facial?
2 Facial is the treatment, but Janeo's the company.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
how long have we been there?
Almost 2.5 years.
I love it.
It's
Do you like
crazy.
it?
I love it. Yes. Love
In
it.
comparison to hydrofacial, how do you feel? Like these are the questions that like I wanna
Everybody
know.
asks.
Yeah. Like how do you feel going from like I feel like it went like kind of crazy. Like Diamond Glow, which is like
Yeah.
me. And then you're at the top of the game with hydrofacial. And then when you're with this kind of like unsung underdog of the team. So how did that transition go? How did your clients feel? Like what was that like?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad because everybody wants to try the new thing,
Yeah.
and it's about building the relationships. So I had
Absolutely.
a lot of the relationships. I just wanted to hang out again, and
I
I'm
love
like,
it.
try this new device, and here we are.
That's
So-
awesome. But I feel like with you, you're super real and like the horror stories behind being a sales rep is like no joke. So give me some of your like craziest things.
Oh my god,
There's so many,
there's so many.
but I love
But
this. This is
I
like,
think
ooh.
my 2 favorites, and I was thinking about this too, and like, let's talk about some crazy shit.
Yeah.
So I had this woman. I won't name names.
I want to know after, but it's okay.
All right, I'll definitely tell you after. So we had a demo scheduled, right? You got all
Mhm.
the stuff. You do your follow-ups. I'm coming
Yeah.
2 days before, night before. Just want to make sure we're still on.
Yeah.
Yep. So I get there. Owner's not there.
It's the
I'm like-
worst.
I'm like, well, where
The
is she?
rudest thing ever.
An hour and a half drive, right? Well, where is she? oh, she wasn't supposed to be in today. I'm like, I literally talked to her last night. So I text her, like, are we still on? What's going on? Oh my gosh, I totally meant to text you this morning. I have to reschedule. You ready for this? Drum roll, please. My cat needed a bath.
What?
My cat needed a bath. So we need to reschedule.
How, how long does that, like, what?
I can't even
Were
make
you
it
in
up.
New Hampshire?
Yes.
This makes more sense now.
Uh-huh.
But like, what?
Yeah. Real life. My cat needed a bath. That's why I drove an hour and
I've
a half.
never heard that one.
Well, there you go. Use it.
But I don't. Next time someone cancels on a podcast, I'm going to be like, oh, or I cancel on someone and be like,
Yeah.
my cat needed a bath real quick.
Yep.
Like, what?
Mm-hmm. And then
I
I
don't
got the
understand
whole
that.
story. Oh, it gets better. I got a
Oh.
whole text message about how it's really hard to give the cat a bath, and she had to take this opportunity because her friend was there to help her give the cat a bath.
Did you sell to her?
Yeah.
How'd that train? Do you do the training too?
I regretted it
Are you like a one
immediately.
and everything rep? Is that where you guys are at? So are you doing the training, install, training, follow up?
I was as of 2 weeks ago. So we just
Oh.
finally hired our first in-person practice development managers, what they're calling.
And so she's
They're here.
doing the training.
So yeah, she'll take that off my
That's
plate.
sweet.
Yeah.
Cause screw that. When I worked for Hydrofacial, I was everything in one.
Yeah, I have been
There
for
was
2
no
years.
BDM. There was no trainer. It's like you go there, you sell it, you train them, you do the ongoing, which is so much harder than just like selling it and saying peace out.
The events
Fuck
at
them.
night,
Evelyn made me throw friggin' confetti. I'm not even kidding
we
you.
have bubble guns.
What? Like, do they think this is funny? Like, I don't know. I think if, truthfully, no reps bother me downstairs because they know, like, don't come with me. Maybe if you came with the bubble
my
gun,
God, I should've.
I would have died laughing
I
because it's
know.
you. But I just don't get the whole, like, let's throw confetti. And I did it. Like, I drank the Kool-Aid.
Of course.
I'm like, let's do it. Like, let's have some fun. Let's do something crazy. I'll make you cookies with your logo. And I'm like,
we've tried it all.
yeah, like the cookies that were in shapes of lips. And now Drew just brings pizza.
I
That's
heard
what
this.
he does. He brings the pizza. Who's going to say no?
I don't
If
hate
you
that
came
idea.
to Bloom with a pizza, I probably would listen to you.
I know. But what happens if you get like run out?
He goes, when I get stiffed, I just bring it back in my car.
Eat the pizza.
And I go, do you eat it? He
Stop,
goes,
he
no,
goes to the
I just
next
bring it
place?
to the next one. I was like, that is so gross. He's like, who doesn't like a cold pizza?
Oh my
I'm like,
gosh.
you're insane. It was actually really cool because like him and Nick like really jived really well. So it turned into like sales, but then conspiracy theories.
Oh my gosh, I love what conspiracy were we talking about?
Karen Reed's.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess it's not really a conspiracy theory. I feel it's just a conspiracy in general.
Yeah.
Insanity. But yeah, we got all crazy
love
on that
that.
one. But giving a cat a bath, I think, is the first weird. I've had a lot of clients though, they just cancel on you that day. I've never understood that.
Yes.
Like if I am booking an appointment with you, like you show up. I don't go to my hairstylist and book an appointment and then be like, oh, just kidding. Not coming. Like, the fuck?
Thanks for putting me on the calendar. It looked good.
Yeah, it looked like a great idea.
Appreciate it.
Like, what?
Change my mind. After you confirm with me 3 times.
So with Glow 2 facial, you guys have tips, right? So truthfully, I haven't done the treatment yet. We have a machine downstairs.
I know. We need to.
We're going to figure that
do that
out.
next.
I'm next on the list for that. But so do you have tips? Like are they reusable? Are they disposable? How does that work?
All disposable. One
pod per
kit
client.
per client. Yeah.
So if you want to add so you have like different settings on there. I know you have like smooth, firm, all these fun buzzwords. So what if I want to do like a hydrate and a smooth? It's like double the money, correct?
So you would just pick one. So
they can't combo
they
them.
can't combo them. So they'd have to alternate them. So the word that you're talking about is based on the customization you choose. So you're always doing the same 4 steps. It's just what
booster.
ingredients exactly. What booster are we choosing?
But we can't do 2 boosters in one treatment.
Correct.
Just because it would cost too much, or it's like a no thing?
So the customization part that you're choosing is where you get the exfoliation. So you'd over exfoliate them. You could mix and
Gotcha.
match, I guess, the serum that you use with the ultrasound in the pod. Those would have
Okay.
different ingredients. But
you're
it's
like,
kind of
eh.
like counterproductive. Like you might as well just
The
start
price
it
isn't too bad. What are you guys charging? Like $300 a treatment, roughly, for clients?
anywhere from $250 to $450, depending if you're doing radio frequency or not.
Okay. That's not too bad. I feel like that's
No.
like average price for everything right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But because I combo boosters with hydrofacial all the time.
Mhm.
So I was like, I wonder if you can combo your pods, but you can't with yours
No.
because it's like a different thing.
Yep.
Gotcha.
You could combo the pods with the hydrofacial, but not the pods with the pods.
Yeah. So you would like combo which I think would be a great business idea is if
So
you
good.
did both treatments within one thing.
Mhm.
I think there is like they play well in the sandbox if we want to use an
I have
analogy
some
like
places
that.
doing both right now.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it's an and service.
amazing. They use the radio frequency for the non-invasive skin tightening from ours, and
Mhm.
then they do the hydrofacial.
Does yours have a temperature gauge on it so you can see how hot it gets?
Yep.
That's sweet.
Mhm.
I hate when they don't have a temp. Like, what's the point?
You're
Then I
like,
have to have a
hold
temp
on, let
gun.
me shoot you with my
Yeah.
kid's thermometer real quick.
Let me see if your skin's at 42°C. Let's just see. But sometimes they don't get that hot. So like you want to check it out. I mean, I have I have the app too. The thermal app. You should get it. It's pretty cool.
Huh.
So you can like put your hand, like it over your hand or whatever, and it will sense
Oh,
like where
yep.
the heat is. So if like you're doing a demo, you could that's what I used to do when I used to sell
That's
radio
cool
frequency.
for like a visual after the fact, even though it reads
Yeah.
it. But, I love
Well,
that.
no,
Yeah,
like
show
if
me.
you were doing a demo and you're like, you want to show them, hey, like this is where the heat's actually going. See
Yeah.
how fast it dissipates. Like this is why you want to be in the same area. You can use that as like a
Mm.
fun way.
I love that. You'll have to show me.
Yeah. I have like all these like weird sales tricks. I was like, anything like buy
I'm
from
gonna
me,
have
I'm
to come
better.
hang out with you more often. It's been too long.
No, I know.
I was thinking the last time I talked to you, you were teaching me how to use my MacBook for my new job.
Wait, when was that?
I don't know, but you FaceTime me. I was like, you were so kind.
Yeah, you had no idea how to use
No
your
idea.
computer.
I still don't know. Barely.
Do you guys use Salesforce? Is you guys like in that whole crazy
We're gonna
shit?
transition soon. We're in
Ooh,
HubSpot
I feel
right
so
now.
bad for you.
Oh, see, I prefer Salesforce.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like any of it. We didn't have
I mean,
any
I prefer none of it. I just like a notebook. But
paper.
paper and pen is
Yeah.
my best friend for sure.
I don't even like the calendar on my phone. Like if I
No.
could have a day timer, like everyone, like now I lose everything because my kids draw in every book that they see. So now I'm stuck with the phone. But like now my calendar is attached to Nick's calendar and everybody else's calendar because if it gets lost, at least someone knows what I'm doing.
You're all color coded. You're like, where
Yeah.
am I supposed to be today?
Yeah. Up here is usually green.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, I got to be in the studio at this
It's like me
time.
and my husband. Like, where am I supposed to be today? I don't even remember.
That's hard. What does your husband do for work?
He's a area sales manager for a sports company where they sell all of the uniforms and
Oh.
equipment for
So is
the
he
high
doing
schools
the
and
same
colleges.
thing? Is he like traveling around?
Yeah, right now he's actually he has a team of 13 under him.
Oh, okay.
So I know all the words are different everywhere. So his title's the same as mine, but he has a team under him.
But you're like, I'm doing all the groundwork.
I don't know.
saying.
Yeah. So he's like the regional sales manager,
Oh, okay.
so to
That's
speak.
not that bad.
Yeah. So we just try to like combo our calendars, which is why we got to color code everything. Cause like tonight he's in Rockland, Maine. It's like 4 hours away
Oof.
for some event with his team.
I think there's nothing worse than when you have a demo, when someone calls you and they're like touching Canada. And you're like, are you really going to buy? Like, am I driving like 8 hours just to sit there? I've done that.
So have I.
Like 7, 8 hours all the way up in the middle of like legitimately down the street from Canada. And they're like, oh, this was great.
Like Caribou, Maine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're probably talking about the same place.
Probably.
She was like, this is great. I just like don't know. How do you not know? How do you not know? We talked on the phone. We did a video. We did like Adam. That's why I left.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't
It's tough.
driving. I'm also a passenger princess now.
I was
I
saying,
hate
I'm like, I
driving.
feel like part of our not job description, but what's like
Yeah.
the stuff they give you?
mean?
Not your incentives. Like when you get your car allowance, you get your
We should have a driver.
like your package, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have a chauffeur. Do you know
Think
how
of how
much?
much shit you get done. Emails, phone calls.
Literally.
There's
so
a
many hours
realtor
of
that
my
I know
life.
that literally pays for a driver so she can be on the phone in her car. It's brilliant.
It is brilliant. We would be so much more productive.
Yeah. Because how can you, and that's the thing that I fight, like, and I know my mom with hydrofacial says the same shit all the time. Like, I can make more of a difference in my office
Mhm.
for a day than if you're asking me to go door to door. Because that's the new thing now. Everyone's getting micromanaged to go door to door, meet people, put your activity lists in, all this micromanaging bullshit.
Mhm.
But like, think of all the time you waste. You're going to go from here to here to here. And then you want me to go hit
So
another
true.
territory. Like, you don't even, First of all, if a rep comes into my store, I'm not talking to you.
I was gonna
I
say,
tell
are
them
you
I'm
like
like,
waiting for us to walk in and be like,
no.
"Can
I
I
tell them I'm
demo
the
you?"
receptionist.
Right?
I'm like, Alexis isn't here right now.
And then you're like, obviously they didn't do their homework before
Like
they
my
walked
picture's on
into
the
my
fucking
business,
website. Like, you idiot.
right?
Like,
Do your homework next
yeah.
time.
But I feel like
Yep.
it's such a waste of time to drive to all these places. And that's why I tell reps, like, bring your device in and I'll do your demo for you.
No, I love that.
One place, one-stop shop. I'll talk about it if I like. And it's only things that I like. I'm not going to do like Dimeglow. Like, I'm not going to do.
Just throw it right out there right
No,
now.
I won't. Because truthfully, a lot of people have Dimeglow because they're Botox. They can throw it in. Like, they're Botox reps. If they buy enough, they're like, oh, here you go. Like, here's a
all
device.
the points.
Yeah, which is whatever. Like, I get it. It's another service. It's cool, but it's a wet diamond and it's a flat tip. Like I remember I went to a conference, and I think we were in New York a long time ago. And this doctor was there, and he wrote like he's an engineer and a doc. He's like crazy, unbelievably smart guy. And he wrote how you can't infuse anything into the face with a flat base tip. It needs to be at a minimum of 45-degree angle, which was why Hydrofacial did that. I didn't know that.
That's actually the first time hearing of this.
Yeah. So a flat tip stuff like doesn't
Interesting.
really infuse enough. It needs to like have an angle that
To
it goes
shoot
in.
it down further.
Now, this is from a physician who was selling his book that was all about like these devices. So I was like, oh, I'm going to listen to you. You know, maybe I should do more research. Maybe I'll Google it. I don't know, ChatGPT, something. But so when I got Dimeglow and the pot, like the things were so big, and they were telling you like, if you do this whole like at the time it was silk peel, you're doing this whole treatment and you're going to infuse this huge bottle into someone's face.
Yep.
But the same amount of liquid is
Comes
also
out
in
in
the
a jar.
Collection tank. Like, it's like gimmicky to me. That's a little, I don't know.
All good points. It's one of those things like you don't know what you don't know, right? So I was there
Yeah.
first. I'm like, this is genius. This makes sense. Like,
It's
oh
the
my
wet
gosh, I'm
diamonds.
changing the aesthetic industry right now, right? And then I go to Hydrofacial and I'm like, what was that?
What was I even doing?
What was I doing? Right?
Yeah. And then you have to clean those tips.
But you live and you learn. Yes.
Gross.
I know. But you
Because
don't know what you don't know.
If you don't, this is the thing too, and you know this, people with hydrofacials, I have seen so many people reuse tips.
Gross.
Isn't it disgusting?
Gross. The things I've seen and heard, and
I talk about it on my show all the time because I think it's so important for people to like not do that. I don't understand why we reuse tips, but like if you're telling me you're going to reuse tips that are very cheap, let's be real,
Yes.
very cheap. You really think that they're that Dimeglow piece, like they're putting it in autoclave? Yeah, right. They're rinsing it under the sink and they're like, done, dish soap, done. Like, so disgusting.
I know.
Oh my God.
Even the plastic tips from Hydrofacial, like any skin, just like
you can't clean them.
I can't. Yeah.
I've seen clients, I think the grossest thing I've ever seen being reused was, those like bag of $1 just like razors, like those like little cheapy plastic razors. Yeah, I had a client in Waltham that I was like working for her for a little while, and she was like soaking them in bleach. So like she'd be like, oh yeah, if you come in for laser hair removal, like you have to shave first, and then she would leave she'd pull them out of the bleach and go tap tap tap. And then she'd put them on a piece of gauze and give it to the client.
Like we're talking
dry
like
shave.
the one blade from the dollar
Yeah,
store.
like the one blade, the orange
handle,
ones and the
orange,
pink hand. Yeah. Disgusting.
Wow. I don't understand. It's like if you just pick a new business.
Yeah, like gross. I feel like that's the grossest
in.
thing I've seen, like with people. But I mean, I think aesthetics is just one of those things where it's like you either can do it and you do it right or you don't. And there's some big accounts that do really well. And then you have ones that just kind of float there, which is fine. But like just be sanitary. It's like kind of like a normal thing. Like, why be gross? But where do you see yourself going? Like you're with Janeo 2 years now.
Yeah.
Like, are we loving it? Like, what are our goal? Like, what's your goal? Like, and honestly, like, this is not to like ruin like your employment with Janae or anything. But like,
my goal is to leave tomorrow. No, not at all.
Don't worry, I'll tell her. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll have her back. We'll work. Let's do the podcast.
We
together.
should have her back.
I know that would have been fun.
Yeah, because we all like work together.
I know. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm kind of more of just like a fly by the seat of my pants type of person. I'm happy where I'm happy now, and until that
Mhm.
changes, I kinda just go with the
But, like,
flow.
med sales, you just love it.
I love it. Yes, I love being somewhere different every day.
Yep.
I can't sit behind a desk. I get so bored. I would rather
Yeah.
honestly drive 4 hours to Bangor, Maine for somebody to bathe
Yeah,
their
I'd rather
cat
listen to
and
podcasts
cancel
the
my
whole time.
meeting than exactly. I'll start listening to yours.
Yeah.
Then sit behind a desk and just, like, check the
No.
box, like, clock in,
That
clock
sounds
out. It's
that
just
I could never do it.
it, like, gives me anxiety thinking about it.
When I left sales and I was like, because we all got laid off during COVID,
Mhm,
right? So
mhm.
we're like, okay, like what do I do? So I helped Rob build his construction company, which went insane. And then I was like, okay,
Let's get pregnant.
let's get
No,
pregnant.
me and you
Right?
both.
Like, but at the same
Yeah.
time, yeah, because your daughter's gonna be 4, right?
Yeah, next week.
Yeah. So she's a little older than Olivia. So Olivia will
Yeah.
be 4 in June. So
Yeah.
like same thing. Is she potty trained?
Yeah.
I'm so mad because I can't get this kid to potty train. I
Really?
just bought her her new favorite colors are blue and yellow. So I got her a blue and yellow teddy bear potty seat. I'm like, please, for the love of God, for the love of God, can we not? She won't do it.
Really?
Although the last 2 days have been nice, but
It's so tough.
I hate it.
So
I
my
hate
daughter
potty
was,
training
like, the easiest ever for
because
potty
she probably
training.
didn't like being wet. She's like, "Ugh,
She
gross."
was she had just turned 2, so she's been potty trained for a long time. I have no good advice for you other than she's like me. She likes things to be clean,
Yeah.
and she was just like she
No.
would throw a fit as soon as she would get
So
wet.
I tried to put her in just big girl underwear and like tried
You're like,
that.
"Good luck."
And then she was sitting watching TV with Rob, and Rob's like, my arm is soaked. And I was like, she totally just peed on you. Like, disregard, didn't care. Just like
It's like,
peed all over the
"Time to
place.
go."
I'm just,
It's hard.
it's hard.
It's
And
hard.
it's hard being a mom and you have 2 kids. How old's your other one?
He's gonna be 12.
Oh, whoa. I didn't know it was that big of a difference.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, at least he's like just doing his own thing.
He's such a big help with her too, so
Yeah,
we
but
thought
that's
it was
still
like
hard.
a crazy
12-year-old
age gap.
boy, that's a fun age. Boys are weird
Yep,
at that age, I feel like.
yep.
I have nephews that are they're funky
We're
right
getting
now.
to, like, "I wanna have a cell phone, and I don't want you in my room anymore." I'm like,
Oh, he's like anti-mom right now.
yeah, he's a big help, but he's very just
Yeah.
like,
My friend's
"I'm
having a
growing up,
problem.
and I'm too cool for you now."
Yeah, that's what they're
Mhm.
all saying. I guess guys are I'm such a girl mom. Like for
Me
me,
too.
it's Nick was so upset when it wasn't a boy. He was like, "Oh, come on. Like, are you kidding me?" But
You're like, "I'm not built for it."
no. I used to
Mm.
nanny for these boys and that were like they're so cute. But like when they were potty training, they would like pull their pants like all the way to their ankles so the little butt would be sticking out and they would just pee anywhere.
Nick's like, "That's still how I do it."
Nick's like, I pull my pants all the way to all the way to the
That's
floor.
right. Wait, so
Yeah.
nobody, you don't do that? You're not supposed to do that? I mean,
No,
is
no.
that like frowned
No,
upon? I don't know.
like, but like in public,
Huh?
they'd be
I've seen
outside. Like
I've
we're
seen some
playing t-ball, and all of
crazy-
a sudden their pants are
Oh.
down to the floor, and they're just whipping it around.
First base, they don't care.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you?
If you go to
What do you-
if you go to a sporting event in the men's bathroom, if there's like a father and son going, the son always wants to like pee next to the father. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the little kid will always drop his pants around his
Oh,
ankle.
it's actually kind of cute though.
It is, but it's like all right.
Do they make like lower urinals?
Oh yeah, well they do because some people are shorter anyway. But yeah,
Oh, I
I
Yeah.
don't know. I
they
don't
have
know.
a standard height.
Don't
and
have that
and
problem.
Shorter. Every bathroom that has 2 urinals, one's taller, one's shorter. Always.
That's like Rob's thing. He's like, if we build a bathroom, I kind of want a urinal.
Yes,
my
in your
God.
house,
Yeah.
110%. Think it's
He's
a great
like,
idea.
even the studio, I was telling him, he was like, because Nick and I, our vision isn't just to stay at this location. Our vision is to, buy a warehouse,
Mhm.
and really do it right and have like
love
a
that.
full length, different sets, like this whole crazy thing.
Oh, cool.
And so when I was talking to Rob about it last night, he was like, yeah, your bathroom needs to have a urinal in it. And I'm like, what is up with you guys and urinals? Like,
Oh my gosh. With the kids, I just picture them all like trying, how do I sit on this?
yeah,
Right?
like
You're
my daughter should be like, what's that? Like I feel like she's at the age right now where she's starting to understand that like dad's different than her.
Mhm.
So she doesn't understand, like, she's like, why does he stand up?
My daughter asked the same thing. I can picture
Yeah.
her like if there's a urinal, she's gonna stand up and try.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, but I want to do it like how dad does it because dad is God to her. Like if she had
Aw,
to pick
daddy's
who
girl.
was left in the world, mom or dad all day. Like,
Really?
won't pick me. Sophia, me all day. Truthfully, they'd say screw mom and dad all together and pick my sister.
Oh,
But yeah,
I was gonna say your mom.
that too. She comes with snacks. That's why.
I was gonna say, my kids, I think, love Grammy more than me.
Yeah, they just don't. I'm like, why? I mean, I guess I liked my grandmother more than my mom when I was little.
They just let you get away with everything that like our
Eat.
parents didn't let us get away with.
They
I always
eat
say,
shit.
Mom, right? She's giving my daughter ice cream for dinner. I'm like, you gave me like carrots for dessert. I
Yeah.
don't understand this. Like, what is happening
I
here?
know. And then they give them back. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, she had ice cream sandwich for dinner. So you're coming to pick her up now, right? Because now she's off the wall.
Mhm.
And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I already had a full day of crazy clients today, and now I have to deal with this terrorist of a child.
Like the
who's
mini
not
version of
sure.
myself.
It's awful.
Terrible.
If I don't know, maybe I'm as dramatic as Olivia. I don't know. But she's like
Oh.
a whole new level.
I'm trying to come to terms with the fact that she's literally just me in a smaller version.
Yeah. She told me she took her boots off yesterday and she goes, excuse me, you didn't put those back properly. And I was like,
sounds like my daughter.
okay. Like what? Or she'll take my phone and she'll be like, how was business today? And I was like, what?
My daughter pretends to have calls with her boss. She's like, I'm going to need you to give me 5 minutes. I'm in my office. My boss is calling. Like just repeating things that I say.
So
I'm like, oh gosh.
On my phone, like I have everyone's picture, right? So I have a
Yep.
picture of Nick on my phone, and to my kids, he's Uncle Nicky. So in his like life goal is to produce like an Oscar-winning movie, right? Like most producers.
Mhm.
So Olivia doesn't know this. I don't tell her this. But she knows who he is and like recognizes who he is. So she has my phone one day. And then Nick had given me earlier in the day a stack of business cards that were his for like, if you want to do outside media work, like a lot of my med spas I work with, I'm like, if
Yeah.
you want outside video work, like that's quoted with Wilco Media. The studio is like both of us together, but he has his own deal. Like he's his own entity. And so Olivia takes them out of my pocket and she goes, do you know what this is? And I said, yeah, it's Uncle Nicky. She goes, no, it's not. She goes, this is a ticket to the best movie in the world. She has no idea that he wants to make, like, does movies.
I love that.
So I call Nick and I'm like, she literally just told me that you're going to make the best movie in the world. Like I mean, like maybe it's real, but how funny, like how would she have?
That's so cute.
She's a psychic.
Yeah, but
I was
she
gonna say,
would have
yeah.
no idea that he does movies. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to call Uncle Nicky. Or we had like a crazy client situation. You kind of saw a preface to it downstairs earlier. And Olivia heard me on the phone and she goes, this is just ridiculous. You and Uncle Nicky need to figure it out. I'm like,
You're like, girl, I hear you.
anytime my phone rings, she's like, tell the client to go away. Yeah, she's just like,
I know. They hear
isn't
everything.
it bad?
I know. It makes me realize, I'm like, maybe I'm like
Do I say
focused on
they
work
don't
too
like I
much.
like definitely I try not to. I really don't swear in front of them. I'm like, shit, okay, fine. But like I don't really say anything else. And now what does Bluey say? Oh, biscuits.
Oh.
That's what he says on that. So
Yep.
now that's our new word is oh biscuits everywhere we
love
go. So now when I get mad, that's what I try to say because I'm like,
I try, but she's definitely heard it. She said a couple things.
oh yeah.
And I'm like,
But it's like cute. You can't even get
I
mad.
know. You just want to laugh and turn around. I'm like, I want to hear her to say it again because it's so funny. But then I'm like, don't say it ever again.
I don't get mad if she says it in the right context. Like
Oh.
if she's saying it right, like if she says the F-bomb and it like comes out like perfectly in those sentence, I'm like, Liv, that's not a good word to say. And she's like, you're right, Mom. I'll just say biscuits now.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm like,
started
"All right."
telling her it's an adult word because she's like, why can you say bad words if they're bad? So I'm like, it's an adult word. You can't say it until you can drive a car.
That's
So
that's a good one.
Well, I started thinking and I'm like, well, why should I, like, I don't do it often, but I'm like, why
Yeah.
should I say, it's okay for me to say a bad word, but it's like bad.
Yeah.
So I just said it's an adult word. So now she's like, I'm going to be 4. Can I drive a car yet? Can I say adult words? And I'm like,
if I said that to
Nope.
Olivia, she'd turn around and she goes, but I can drive the tractor. Like that's what
Oh.
she'll say. Because my kids are like different on a different level. Or they have like their quad. Like, that's what Liv would relate it to. Because she's just a nut. She'll be like, Dad,
not
let's
till
me
you
drive.
move out of the house. Not till you move out of the
Yeah.
house then. That's what
No,
we
my
used to
kids will be stuck with me forever.
do. Because they want to be or you're not going to let them go.
No, I think, I don't care like whatever they want to do. I just don't really believe in the whole like traditional college trajectory of life and public school. I think it's kind of like mundane. I don't think you need to spend $400,000 to get a degree and do well. I mean, I didn't even finish my degree, and I did sales and made more money than the teachers I had. When I remember my mom was first working with hydrofacial and I was helping her, I was getting paid more money than my teachers were getting paid. So for me, being the smart ass that I am, I was like, why am I going to sit here and listen to you tell me about the American Revolution
Oh my God.
when you're getting paid peanuts and I'm 17 making more than you in one weekend? Like, we don't relate. We're not the same people. And that's why I didn't have the best relationships with most of the school staff. But I mean, it's true. Like, I don't think the traditional model is something that like I want to go. Like, I'm homeschooling my kids. Like, there's like
cool.
co-op programs in New Hampshire. You should check them out. They're actually pretty cool.
I will say the public schools are pretty scary these days.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
I feel like we work in an industry that's predominantly very liberal. I guess that's the nicest way to say it. They're like a very like liberal clientele. So I feel like sometimes we have to be tasteful. I have to be like tasteful because New Hampshire's like, I guess isn't New Hampshire on papers technically like a liberal state, or now is it red?
No, it flip flops. It's blue politically, and then you meet anyone from there.
Yeah, so anyone in New
Right?
Hampshire has
That's
a Trump
what I
sign
don't
out
get.
front, or like
Yeah.
they're definitely like more conservative.
You get up to the Lakes region and everyone's just like out front with their guns and their flags. Yeah.
I heard, this is such a random fact, I heard that your house is less likely to get broken into if you have an American flag outside your front door. Because they think that like it's
because they think there's a gun inside the front door.
Yeah.
You got an American flag outside, there's a gun on the inside.
Yeah. That's what Rob said too. We have 2 huge ones, and now he wants to get
He
one.
wants to get a bigger one on a post.
He wants to put I'm not kidding. He wants to get a permit to put a giant pole because he wants the sun that's the same size as the one at the car dealership. What? Why? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know. But my kids are obsessed with the American
I love his
flag.
demands though. The flag, the urinal.
Yeah, like rant. But I mean, I guess that's
so
better than
random.
me. I'm like, give me
I
a
know.
$300,000 kitchen.
I know. True.
You want a flagpole? Fine. Just give me my kitchen.
Like, I'll trade you for the Chanel bag.
Yeah. See, I don't even want one anymore. I want a Sprinter van
Okay.
for all my kids.
I mean, we all have our hopes and dreams.
Like, Chanel bags are cute though. I have a couple.
You can't put your kids in it, but
No, yeah.
yeah,
No, I feel like they'd ruin it.
that too.
Like, I have a couple bags that are nice. I hide them. But then I don't go out anywhere. Like, do you go out? I don't go out.
No, I know. Just to work.
Yeah. But even
And
then.
the work events are like my life now. I'm like, oh, we're going to IECSC.
So the big aesthetic show in New York was
Mhm.
last weekend. I was actually going to go. Nick and I were going to go. We were going to film down there. They did not
Well, you
want
should've.
They didn't want us to.
Why?
It was like a whole compliance thing, I guess.
Oh.
Like the person I talked to, I guess I could have pressed the issue a little bit more. But if we had a media had to have a different purchasing ticket, it was like this whole thing. But I heard through the grapevine that it was like good in some ways, but a lot of people didn't like the hydrofacial booth. I heard that.
I honestly never even saw it. I know that sounds so
well, you're busy
crazy.
when you're working it.
You
work 12 hours in heels.
meet at the booth.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe you pee once.
maybe grab lunch,
Yeah, no.
shoveling food back, and then we're gone again. So our booths were both like in the front, but on different sides.
Were you in the upstairs, the nice part of the Javits Center, or were you
Yeah.
guys downstairs? Oh,
We were
sweet.
upstairs.
That's
yeah.
nice.
It's really nice. Everyone's booth was gorgeous, but
Good.
I've been there. I think this was my 4th or 5th year
It's a beast.
with different companies, maybe even 6.
I haven't
I've
gone
lost
since
count,
before
but
COVID, so I don't even know what it's like now.
I've yet to walk the show floor ever.
Oh,
Not
really?
once in my life.
Oh, I
No.
made them. I was like, I got stuff to buy.
We're always so busy.
And for people that don't know, the ISCSC show, all of these shows are like a flea market.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Aesthetic
much
flea market.
It's the aesthetic free
Mhm.
market. Flea market. You can go in. You can get masks that were definitely made in China for 3 cents and buy them for $5 a piece, and people think it's a deal. You can buy makeup brushes. You can buy devices, which is kind of
Yeah.
concerning. Like, people are just, there's not much vetting in this situation when you're there. But
Oh yeah, it's
just buy it. Here's your credit card.
you can literally you can buy a Glow 2 facial, hydrofacial, or
Yeah.
you can go buy wax.
Yeah, it's very a
It's
little
all
bit
over
all
the
over
place.
the place. Tweezers have the best tweezers, I will say. if you ever need tweezers.
One year, I just need to walk around.
Tell them, be like, I'm going pee.
I
That's
know.
what I used to say. I'm like,
It's
I'm going pee. I'll come
so
back.
crazy. And it's like everybody that comes to work the show, we all have our job.
Yeah.
You know, you've done it.
I've done it.
So
I miss the show because back in the day, it was so different.
it was.
Like, it wasn't like you made money, but you had fun making money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we would do everything on paper. There was no like worrying about the internet. I remember the last year I did a show, they were using iPads to like put the info in because I was like, why don't we just put them in like a spreadsheet? Because I thought that would make more sense than like losing paper.
Yeah.
Or just make it and then make it a PDF and send it to yourself. Like, so you didn't need the internet. Like you could just use Excel. And they were like, no, we're going to use the software. And I'm like, Javits Center has the worst service on the planet.
They were charging $350
for Wi-Fi.
per device for Wi-Fi.
What?
Per device. Yeah.
That's insane.
Uh-huh. So like nobody there had Wi-Fi. So people were trying to buy stuff. We couldn't get the cards to run.
You can't get terms. You can't do anything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, back when I was first with Hydrofacial, everything was on paper. So we had like
I love paper
order forms, but like we were writing people's credit cards numbers on the piece of paper and then calling it in the next day.
I mean, I don't hate it because then.
But then it worked out because
it.
California time is 3 hours behind.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be done with the show, but then they would still be open. We could call in all the orders and call it a day. I still have, probably not a good thing to say, but I don't care, I still have pictures of people's purchase agreements on my phone that like I didn't delete. I didn't keep them for any malicious reason, but like I just still had them. I actually just saw them the other day on my phone. It shows you like memories of something. And it was because of the show.
Yeah.
And I have all these people's like socials and all this stuff. And like, but back then, like you didn't care.
Wasn't
like we're just going to buy this laser and never going to use this photo again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I would write everything down. I'd take a picture of it so I wouldn't lose it. And then if you lost it, oh shit. But like it worked. But now it's like such a process for you guys with like finance and this person and this. I don't envy that.
No, it's a lot. The show was different this year too. So like last year we had a ton of people from our area go. Nobody was there from our territory this year. It was so strange. Because usually I see a lot of
prices for hotels was very
that might have been why it
year.
deterred people. But yeah, I think there were 4 people that we like scanned in from like New England.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
I never remember there being that many. A lot of it was like Connecticut,
New York,
New Jersey was big.
Mm-hmm.
Philly was big. My least favorite show to do was always Philly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like doing.
I never did that one.
Really?
No.
Philly's. I don't really love Philly. I'm not gonna lie. It's not my favorite city. Have you been there?
No. I feel like that's
one of the funny.
One place I've never been.
It smells.
I feel like all cities smell. No,
not like that.
Okay.
No,
I'm just probably never gonna go.
I feel like Philly has really cool parts. Like I've been to really cool parts of Philly, but it's where this like the convention center is. It's like a lot of like homeless people that live in that area. So it's not safe. So I feel like a lot of people like don't go to that show for that reason, or they go for the day and they leave. Like
I don't think we do that show. I don't know if
I did it with Hydrofacial years ago.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for years.
I don't know. Do they still do it there?
Oh, I don't know.
Is it IECSC?
Yes, in Philly.
Just a different location. Because I know, like right now, we do New York and Vegas, but there's one in Miami too.
Miami's big.
Sometimes.
I haven't done the Miami show. I did Dallas. That was one of my favorites. Dallas is my favorite.
I do love Dallas.
Favorite aesthetic show because the South does it different.
They're just so like chill
and nice.
No, everybody's happy.
Yeah,
I agree.
If you go to that airport, everyone's like, "Hey, how are you?" Up here, everyone's like, "What do you need?" Like, what are you looking for?
I do think though they move a little too slow for me. I'm very much like fast paced. Let's go, go, go.
Yeah, but I feel like if you embrace it and you're just like, I guess if you're like in a rush, like you're like, okay, let's go. Like, where's my Uber? You know what I mean? Yeah. But like up here, it's just so quick. We're not used to chilling out, which I think that's why the tech bothers me with a lot of that stuff too, because our clients that you're selling at the New York show want an answer now. Like, are they financed or are they not? Yeah. If you don't have internet, you're screwed.
Yep.
Like,
well, that's why I think they took the initiative this year. Well, not even the clients, but the Javits Center to be like, we know how important this is to you, so we're going to
Did
charge
you guys
$1
have to
million.
pay for all of your devices, or did they just only pay for it for like the?
We just did like the laptops that we needed, so none of us could do anything on our phones. So we took 1 million pictures.
That's insane.
Yeah. And then just processed it all after. But yeah, it was
I mean, I guess it's
wild.
just as easy, but that's just like crazy. I feel like the shows are like a dance though. I don't think they're like worth. I don't know. I don't think they're like worth going to anymore. But I haven't been to one in a long time. I remember I did it. It was the same. I'd see the same people every year. You see the same people coming. Maybe you get like we used to do very well with sales with Hydrofacial at the
I know.
shows. Like we did really well. But like back when I was doing sales at Hydrofacial, a brand new decked out Elite was $25,500 with everything, with product included. Now it's $50,000 with product.
50 grand.
Yeah, roughly 45, 50.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wow.
Because I would include product in
know,
every deal.
But it's just like with everything
it's so
these
much
days.
higher.
Everything.
Did you feel that you did better the last few years, like the last year with Hydrofacial's debacle with the Syndeo? Because
do you mean?
because people, their devices were working.
Did I do better where I am now?
Yeah. Did your sales go higher because they were dealing with so much shit?
I would say.
So
I
did
would
you
have
do
to say yes.
trade-ins?
I have not done any trade-ins.
I was hoping you were going to say
I
yes.
know.
I was all excited for it.
I know. No, honestly. So like we talked about, they work so good together.
Yeah.
I'm like, if a lot of the complaints are the consumable costs and how they're just like blowing through serum. So
Yeah.
I'm like, well, maybe don't turn your flow all the way up. Like you can
Yeah,
control
common
that.
sense.
So I really just tried to take advantage of the opportunity for them to utilize both.
Yeah.
Because if they're successful with what they already have, then they're probably going to want more. They can afford more. So yeah, no. And the trade-in price, honestly, it's not
worth
it's
it.
not really worth it.
Well,
I'd rather them use both in combo it and
I
increase
agree.
their profits, decrease their consumables.
I totally agree. But I also feel like I've seen people in these aesthetic groups. Are you part of any of those like
Oh my God.
toxic?
Do you just see my hair stand up?
Yeah,
It's gross.
toxic.
Yes.
It is toxic in there.
I
never post.
I need to get off because it's
But
like
I
a bad
can't.
accident every day. I think every day I'm getting out of this group. And
It's like you have to watch what happens. It really is like a bad accident. You just gotta like look.
it's so bad.
I
And just
look
like
every day.
the pictures they post asking for like, I know we can't get medical recommendations on here or advice, but what do you think this is? And
The
I'm like,
amount of people, I say this to everybody, anyone that is using technology, I don't care what it is. If you cannot handle the ramifications of what you do, so if there's a problem, if you can't handle said problem, you shouldn't be using the device.
mhm.
So if you're using an IPL on a Fitz 5 because you're an idiot and you hypopigment them and burn them, you probably shouldn't even be using the system because you don't know how it works.
Yep.
Like, this is common sense. I see more burns on those pages that like blow my mind.
Yep.
Like, it's disgusting. But what I meant for you is did you feel like your sales went up because people were like, listen, I've had to send my Syndeo back
People are
so
frustrated.
many times and they're mad. They have a class action lawsuit. I mean, this isn't like something that we're like, it's out there. You know, everyone knows, like anyone that's bought a Syndeo has had problems. I don't care who you are. Like
No,
I have
absolutely.
them. I do think that, you know, I live in a territory and I'm fortunate enough. Obviously my mother works for them, but I mean, even the people that that aren't related to my mom that are clients, I feel like all the problems were mitigated like pretty quickly. So she tried to, you know, turn around devices as quick as she could or give loaners or whatever. But there were people on those pages that were exceptionally like mad and dramatic.
Oh, for sure. So I don't think it necessarily like increased my sales. How do I say this?
It definitely did because people were looking for different options.
It's like I think they were looking for another option. So if that went down, they could offer their clients something
else.
similar at a similar price point
That makes sense.
to get a similar end result.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I didn't trade them in because I'm like, once this is working again, Hydrofacial, we will say this to this day, it's going to bring the clients to you, but then Glow 2 Facial will help you prolong those clients because they are going to be eventually looking for something new.
Yeah.
And you can combo it, you can alternate them. So it made sense for them to have both rather than trade it in.
I agree. The trade-in thing I don't think makes much sense, but like crazy drama story if you want a good one. So you know how if your device breaks or you do a trade-in, the device gets picked up. So Hydrofacial. Now, don't even know if I should be talking about this, but like, whatever, we're going to do it.
You can cut it.
No, I'm gonna leave. What Hydrofacial ain't sponsoring me. So if you'd like to, I'll take your money, but like it's
then
fine.
I'll cut it.
Yeah, then I'll cut it. So the guy that worked for the shipping company in Boston that was picking up all these units
Don't tell me he was reselling
stole
them.
them and was selling them on Facebook Marketplace. So me being me, like trying to be an investigator, right? Like little Alexis, at the time, it was like 115 pounds soaking wet, ready to go. And I'm like, I'm going to message this guy. So I did. They're selling Syndeos $3,000. So he goes, it's at this address in Dorchester. So I show up.
Stop.
First of all,
You
if
waited
you're
this
not-
long to tell this story?
I haven't told anyone this.
Oh my gosh.
Mom was so mad. She goes, who do you think you are? Like some investigator? Like, what are you going to do? I was like, no, I told him I'll buy all the devices. I said, the only thing I need from you is the serial number, because the serial number I can attach to because he was like, well, why do you need it?
You can recertify it.
I was like, well, no, because what I'm going to do is I can have the same software from my old one to the idiot.
Yeah,
Obviously, this is a lie. I was like, I'd have the software from my old one, go to this one, and then the data all matches so that everything will work perfect. He goes, great. Sends me a list of 15 serial numbers. Mind you, Hydrofacial doesn't know they're doing this. There's no record. No one's asking, because if a shipping company comes to me and picks up a Luminous device that I have or any of my devices, they give me a slip. But like, I don't, as the business owner, I don't know where it's going, or I don't particularly care. Like, not my problem.
No.
So there's no record. So I go to this guy, and it's this little tiny Spanish woman, super nice, spoke no English at all. Oh my God. And so I'm on Google Translate, and I'm like, hey, how much do you want for all of them? And she was like, oh, I need to ask my boss. And I was like, okay. Here comes this guy with a truck, says it's like whatever shipping and trucking company. But when the truck pulls in, you see that like the sticker flaps, and it was just like a sticker on a truck. Like it wasn't like a legit truck. So they were getting picked up from this fake shipping company and being resold. And I'm pretty sure like right now, like you can still get them. Like there's no way they can seize them. And I'm like, how can you not? Because isn't it illegal to sell stolen property? So I was like, well, what happens to me? Because then I got nervous.
If you buy them and then you have stolen property.
Yeah, but I was nervous in the sense of like, I don't want to get in trouble for like being the asshole investigating this.
So fun,
And then I was like, Rob, what if I buy money on Amazon? Like fake money. He's like, that's also illegal, Alexis. And I was like, but it would work. Like they're not going to scam the hundreds. Like I'm just going to go there with $3,000 in fake money, and I'm going to buy this. And he's like, and what if they take your license plate
You're going to steal
number?
the stolen goods?
Yeah. I was like, I want to steal it. He's like, what is wrong with you? I was like, I just want to know like how they're getting it. Like, I just want to know. He's like, get out of Dorchester. Like,
oh my gosh.
Creepiest place ever.
I mean, I don't think, probably the best place to be alone with fake money.
No. I didn't do it. I didn't give him the fake money thing. I just asked how much it was, and I was like, oh, and I got all the serial numbers. And so I got what I wanted. And then I was like, let me go ask my boss, because I need to make sure that the serial number works with my system. But that's what these shipping companies do. And I had no idea that was a thing.
Wow. I had no idea that was a thing either.
Also met a rep who would do trade-ins, but bought a warehouse. And so she would do trade-ins for like anything. Anything. You could put in a steamer, anything you want. And she would do the trade-in, but she would keep all the devices. So when she would get a new account that would want to buy a new system, she would say, don't worry about it. Let's just say it's Glow2. Now, I'm not saying this is Glow2 by any means. I'm just using this as an example because that's who she works for. So you want a Glow2? Oh, that's great. I'm going to throw in a steamer, a towel warmer, anything you want to sweeten the deal to get the sale. Stupid, but technically stolen. Technically.
I mean, yes and no, because sometimes they want
to get rid of it, but it's on a trade-in. You're taking money off for it. So aren't you obligated? Like, isn't that owned by the company now?
Yeah, but so it depends. For us, I'm not doing this by any means.
She's like, I'm not doing this. I don't have a warehouse under.
I don't. Maybe I should. No, I'm just kidding. So,
not really. No, I'm just kidding.
No, not really. So it depends on the device. Like if it's worth something to send back to the company, then you send it back. If not, we just get rid of it ourselves after they trade it in. So I assume this
Yeah.
person, instead of getting
Rid of it, she just
destroying
kept
it,
them
she just kept it and then
and would
regifted it.
Yeah.
She's like, what's that? Robin Hood.
I think it's like it's like a messed up way of doing it. But I feel like it worked for her. But that's like the weird, like I never knew like the shipping company thing. That was wild.
I didn't know any
They're
of
still
that.
doing it. I could look it up right now and you could find them all. But
And
there's no,
Hydrofacial can't stop that?
so I think there was like everything, you know how it is with the public company, like everything has to go through litigation and lawyers and all of this. So they couldn't like go through with it. So when I went, my mom was pissed because she was like, there's going to be attorneys on this. And like, what if you get brought in? I'm like, brought in for what? Saying that I was going to buy the systems and get the serial numbers for you. What are they going to, how are you going to get mad at me for that? Like, you're welcome. Here are the serial numbers. But
on
the
a silver platter.
creepiest part is a lot of them were picked up from my mom's house. Because my mom, like they would give the device to my mom to do the trade-in. She
Yep.
would call the RMA.
Yep.
The RMA would come in to get picked up and get picked
Yeah,
up.
I had a lot of those too.
So my mom was like, Alexis, you don't want them to know like your car. Because like they've seen it at the house. So I was like, oh, I guess this is like a really bad idea.
No,
But like I'm like, if they're stealing that, Alexis, they're gonna steal like shit
that's
from our
wild.
house.
Yeah, because with the Syndeos, same with your mom. Like we would bring, like a new one would get delivered. We'd take the broken one, leave it in the garage till somebody picked it up because we didn't want the accounts to have to deal with all the back and forth.
Were you dealing with the beginning part of the stress? Oh, so you were there for that.
Yeah, that's why I left.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
How many of your accounts did you like have to trade the devices in for? Was it every single one that you sold?
Except there's one in Maine who has a Glow 2 facial now, and she still has the original Syndeo, and I think she is the only one in America
that hasn't had it. Problem.
Yeah. So I think there's like 2 or 3 that before I left didn't have any issues yet because they were more recent sales. But I know.
You're like, you've had it for 2 weeks. Just wait.
I know. Such a bummer though.
I've had to go through 2. I have no problem. But truthfully, and then my the little like nipple piece on the side for my lymphatic broke.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't replace that like on your own. They have to send a tech person out. So it took 2 weeks, but they did send a tech out and like they replaced it for no cost, which was nice. But
yeah, as long as they rectify the situation. But it's the time is money type thing, which I think is the biggest frustration.
And I feel bad. Like, can you imagine? And this has happened to me, and it was frustrating. Like being booked an entire day.
Mm-hmm.
You're a small place.
Mm-hmm.
You invest in this machine, and all of a sudden, like you can't have a full day, thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
out the window.
That's why a lot of these clients who love it and believe in it, they're ready for like that backup, you know?
Yeah, I totally, and I'm excited to play with it. I think it's going to be a fun.
I can't believe you
can I get, well, I know I technically can't get anything. Okay, I'm pregnant. Okay, whatever. But like I can get everything except the radio frequency portion.
Yeah.
I want to like see what, I've never even felt it. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
I've asked and everyone's like, oh no, we're going to do this to you. And I'm like, okay.
Oh my God. I should have reached out like forever ago.
Yeah, I don't know why. And it's not that I didn't reach out to you for any particular reason.
Same.
It's just like life's been.
Same. I was just, I don't know.
We built a studio. Like
I know. I love this. Thank you for having me.
I know. Thank you so much for coming. See, I told you it was going to be like super chill, like nothing crazy.
I could talk all day. So.
Well, what are your like socials that people can follow you? So you're selling the Glow 2 facial. You're the rep for Mass to Mass to Maine?
The coast of Massachusetts.
Okay.
So just the coast, Cape Cod to North Shore through Boston, and then New Hampshire, Maine and Vermont.
So if you guys are in the business for looking for a Glow 2 facial, we are going to put all of her information in the description for you. But do you have like a business Instagram?
Yeah, it's Amber_Glow 2 facial. Glow without a W.
Oh, GLO. Oh, they're fancy.
GLO. So GLO 2, so O2 for oxygen.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I like that.
So it kind of makes sense.
So make sure you guys like and subscribe. Follow us at Real Aesthetic Pod. Oh, just kidding. Follow us at Real Aesthetic on Instagram. Tune in on Fridays. We'll see you then.